Bonjour, egunon, guten morning, buonasera, boas, bon día, ¿no? Bon día. Yeah, so, good morning, hola, buenos días. First in French and later in English, a little bit. Primero en francés y luego en inglés, porque es la nueva lengua franca, digamos. Antes era el griego, el francés no fue la primera lengua franca, pero bueno, se le llama así, lengua franca, a la lengua que habla todo el mundo en la movida internacional y tal, ¿vale? Y lo voy a hacer en francés primero porque el Comité Olímpico no sé qué suele hablar, creo que está la sede en Lausana, que es la parte francófona de Suiza. Entonces voy a hablar primero en francés un poco, no sé hablar casi francés, entonces va a ser corto, y luego ya en inglés para que lo entienda todo el mundo, y vamos a hablar del tema de los juegos, los Crazy Olympic Games, ¿vale? Y por qué hay que hacerlos y un poco unas ideas, ¿vale? Y esto va para la web crazyolympicgames.org y todo irá a thedreamerlife.es, ¿vale? Vale. Bonjour, so I am explaining that it's gonna be in French at the beginning because the French language used to be, I don't know the story of the Olympic Games. I will talk in English later, so I'm gonna do the introduction in French and then I will talk in English because it's like the language, international language of the Crazy Olympic Games. That's the thing we are gonna talk today. Okay. Bonjour, je m'appelle Xavier. Javier, you know, Xavier. Je suis ici à Pampelune, Navarra, you know, Navarra, Navarra. And Espagne, Navarra, Espagne, Navarra, Navarra, France. Oui, oui. Oui, je m'appelle Xavier. Javier. Navarra is le village de Xavier. Echeverri. Oui. Je m'appelle Xavier. Je suis fou. Techniquement, je suis fou. Non fou. No, well, fou. But discapacité. Officiellement, discapacité. Je suis Ouais. Non. Je suis officiellement discapacité. Je suis dystopia, discapacité. Capacité, je suis. Pourquoi je suis discapacité? Pum, roto. J'ai rompu les fenêtres. Les moments, difficulté. Les Covid. À la maison. Prisonnier à la maison. Je n'ai pas Internet. Apple, MacBook, no Internet. No pay, no money, no Internet. Je suis prisonnier, monsieur. Je n'ai... le monde on the Internet. And Tú, no internet. Oh. No money, no dinero, no dinero, no internet. Je suis... No mentira. C'est vérité, c'est vérité, c'est vérité. C'est vérité. Les... No internet, no internet. Ah. Boom. Un cercle. No grand destrozo. Cercle. C'est verdad, c'est vérité. Les MacBook. Où est les MacBook? Ici. Les MacBook. Les MacBook. No internet. À la maison, prisonnier. No internet. J'ai prisonnier à la maison. Mon papa. Les fils est fou. Non problème. Oui, arrivé. Nous arrivons à la maison. Curé. Solution. Imposto. Taxes. Hospital. Les maravillos, wonderful, fantastic solution. Pastilla, pill. Yeah, fantastic solution. Les solutions. Les docteurs. Congrès, réunion avec les top doctors del monde, blowjob and tout pagé. J'ai pagé, tout pagé. La pharmacie, Sanofi, GSK, Pfizer, Johnson & Johnson, tout. Les avions, les Zoom, tout pagé. Les hôtels 5 stars, 5 estrellas, 5 stars. Pagué. Ils fly. Congreso. Más me discapacité. J'ai les pills, la médication per épileptique. Personne, je n'ai pas épileptique. Les polices, pour me, je n'ai pas. No pills. No more pills. No more. No. Pills. Médication, fantastique. Per qui solution? Pedro soluciona, Juan soluciona, qui est solution la pill? Pills! Police on the ground, police. Okay. Shot. A month. Every month. I think I'm gonna talk in English now. I'm gonna talk in English. It's interesting, the exercise of talking in French, but I'm gonna talk in English. The thing is that they gave me. I become. So people that don't know French, they are not gonna understand anything. Okay, so I'm gonna finish in French. Okay. J'ai discapacité. Pourquoi discapacité? Tu es fou? Non, exactamente. Tu, muscles, músculo, no, pills, epilepsia. My mouth, la lengua, les tongues, loca, fou. Les arabes, la testa. Energía. No, fou. Non, fou. Discapacité. Je n'ai pas heavy thing. Je n'ai pas strong. No muscles. No músculo. Discapacité. Tu n'es pas travaillé. Je n'ai pas travaillé. Tu 400 euros. 3 years. Años. Chao. 2026. 44 años. Yeah. Life is la vida. La vie es difícil. No force. Es la calle. Le travaillé per l'esprit, per le money, per fucking give me this. Ils. Vive l'Olympisme. Lady Gaga in Paris. Lady Gaga, antipsychotique. C'est bon antipsychotique. Per les dones. Per les femmes. Femme? Due pills femme. Homme, un pill homme. Deux femmes. Lady Gaga in Paris. Olympic Games. Okay. Oui, nous, j'ai crazy Olympic Games. Ma, tu es crazy. Crazy, fou. Tu es fou? Qui est fou? Moi, je suis fou, je suis good. Je suis ok, je suis fou. Oh, gracias. Thank God. Yes. Oui. Tu es fou? C'est bon. Ils, Lady Caca. Les antipsychotiques, antidépressants. Les antipsychotiques, les antidépressants. Sanofi, agréal, les femmes, tú vieja, ¿cómo se dice? Old, les femmes old, les old femmes, les old femmes, les femmes plus ends, non les femmes small, les femmes big, les femmes, les vagina, no more blood, no more sang. Oh, I need a pill. Le docteur, oui. Le pill, Sanofi, agréal, antipsychotique. Per les femmes per les femmes. Les femmes, no more vagina blood. Oui. Antipsychotique, oui. C'est bon? Oui, les tic tic tic. Les femmes suicide, suicide. Spain, France, América. Qui est fou? Qui est fou? Qui est fou? Qui est fou? Olympic Games Paris. Lady Caca. Antipsychotic. In the mornings. In the morning, in the afternoon. Si, Lady Caca parlait avec Oprah. Avec le prince d'Angleterre. Harry. Oui, j'ai antipsychotique per le morning, per la mattina. Oui. Oui. Très bien, très bien. Mental health is an issue. Mental health is a fucking business. Les Olympic Games Paris! Lady Caca! You know what I mean? So, je suis Xavier, je suis le président de l'International Crazy Olympic Games Committee. And molta grazie. Merci beaucoup. Merci beaucoup. Je suis honneur de recevoir la inspiration, la programmation, REM. Es la matina, le té de la matina, la fruta, no sugar, no juice, sugar, a little, but medication for the kids, we can talk. Je finis. Je finis. Merci beaucoup. Je parle en anglais. Now. Okay. So, thank you everybody for coming to this situation. And so let's talk a little bit. I have to explain some things. Maybe I talk in French as a president of the committee, because in French it used to be, I don't know the story of the Olympic Games, modern Olympic Games. It's mainly military. You're right. You throw stones. You throw this. You jump fences, you run, you prosecute somebody, or you run from somebody that wants to stop you, sending you a message like we're under attack, like marathon and all that. Is to unite people. Is to unite people, right? And they sell stuff, right? Like medications. I talk about Lady Gaga in the Olympic Games of Paris. She was closing ceremony. She's an ambassador of the pharma industry. Lady Caca, she says she needs an antipsychotic every morning. Antipsychotics create more psychosis. It's test. You give 100 guys antipsychotics, and 100 guys you give a placebo, and the guys with the placebo have less psychosis. That's what the antipsychotic does. More psychosis than taking nothing. Yes. If you don't believe this thing, you can check it on magazines like British Medical Journal, New England Journal of Medicine, which are full of shit. Yes, but in their shit, sometimes they forget to hide the numbers. and you see the numbers, and it's like the real number. Oh shit, there's more. There is more taking the thing. Yeah. At this moment, I always say, recently I have discovered we are bodies and minds. There's people that is body and mind, and there is also people that is just a body to, and create pieces of meat that walk. And so congratulations You can skip this video. You will go on with your drama, and it's okay. Thank you. If you are interested in this, I have a documentary about medications, and it's everything in the dreamerlife.es. Not yet everything, but the first episode is for free. You can watch it there. It's 19 episodes. Hour and a half. Well, some 3 hours. But okay, so the situation is this, right? The Olympic Games is full of the pharma industry. It's, everybody has a pill there. It's a military thing, and then they get the guys in wheelchairs, and they pretend and they make them do the same that the others with legs, with movement, and so we realize how lucky we are that we are not in a wheelchair, right? Because you see a guy doing the same in a wheelchair, and it's like difficult to do that, right? So the competition has been created to create the illusion that we are free, that we are superior, and all that. Because I have legs and I move mainly, right? I am qualified by the government with this card. I am discapacidad, I don't know, dysphoria, but I am out of why? Because they give me antipsychotics and they give me medication for epilepsy, and I got basically my muscles cannot lift weight. Well, now I stopped 1 year and a half ago by myself. The doctor wanted me to have it and have it. They make me have the medication. Yeah, free health insurance from the government and all that, right? Like Social Security or whatever. They get commission from the pharma industry. They get it, and it's clear. They publish that. We pay the doctor to go to the Congress and the hotel and to talk in the Congress, and that is published. Johnson & Johnson, Pfizer, everybody. Sanofi, whoever wants, GSK, whoever, Roche, all the big pharma, they do that. Even a small, they pay you to go to a congress. That congress is a holiday, you know what I mean? And you give their medication, and nobody pays because they get it from your tax. Oh, free healthcare! It's not free healthcare, dude. They take the money from your taxes. I have been unemployed for 10 years, but I still pay taxes. When I buy this phone, I pay 20% of the price of the phone is taxes. So with that money they pay a policeman, so they put you on the ground and they put you the stuff on your body, and then if you don't go to the doctor every month, the police is gonna come to your house. They came to there. I was sitting there the first time. I explained it in French. I was in lockdown. My computer didn't work. I couldn't have internet. I was shut down, locked down, I don't know how you call it, with the COVID thing. I couldn't, so I grabbed a hammer and I broke a hole here in frustration. I couldn't go to the street, I couldn't go to the internet, it was horrible. And then the thing was, my father called and they said, yes, you pay taxes, we are gonna fix your son. And they came and they put me drugs, they locked me down, they took away my phone. And then now my dick cannot get hard, could not get hard for a year or more, or 2 or 3. Yeah, 3 years. I mean, it was hard, but very, it was miserable. I'm sorry, if you have that problem. I mean, I got that problem because of that, and I think if we can avoid that, it's better, to talk than not to talk. And they did it with my taxes, and I finally went to a congress of people, crazy people, and I realized people was, having all type of experiments with them, and it was like, I liberated myself, and I decided no more pills. I didn't took more pills, and I lose weight, and I am back skateboarding. I feel good. I have 18 websites. I am back on tracks. After a year and a half, my dick gets harder, and yes, and so it's there is freedom at the end of the tunnel, maybe, and you know, I begin this project that is called Crazy Olympic Games, because you know, the Olympic Games, they suck. They had a Lady Gaga in the ceremony in France, or the closing. You know, the girl goes everywhere she goes. She talks about antidepressants, antipsychotics, mental health is an issue. They want money from, you know, from the taxes for mental health to sell pills that create more psychosis. You know, it's super crazy. It's inside the Olympic Games. It's super corrupt. You know, yeah, the next Olympic Games are gonna be in wherever. You know, and it's like, yeah, they pay. You know, I mean, anyways, it's horrible. It's horrible. They don't have limits. It's people that they make you believe. They make a white bird fly in the ceremony, and it's like, yeah, we're good. It's fucking horrible, you know. So the Crazy Olympic Games, it seems like being crazy is like being, if you are black, you know, you are gypsy, Jewish, white, doesn't matter. You know, if you are crazy, you are the last, no matter your race, you know. If you are crazy, they say there is something wrong with you. I recently, I'm beginning to program. I am not a computer person, but I recently have to do computing for uploading things and all that. Have Linux. You can program Linux. You do a script, you write code, and then you put it in the and the computer does that. I wrote code to, you know, from outside to inside the computer, right? ChatGPT told me, do this, this. I did it. The computer, boom, down. Well, yeah, no, it started. Vale, muy bien, vale. It started, my mom, I live with my parents. It started, and the computer didn't, it started, but I had to reinstall Linux. Took me a day. Takes time to reinstall things, you know, and you can fuck the computer if you install bad things in the computer, right? And take it away, that programming is difficult. You know, you sometimes you have to decide, I'm gonna do like a complete reinstallation, or maybe I can just invest time and then get information and what is missing now from the you know, what I did with this program. When I install this program, you know, you can, you know, that's the program. You know, we are computers. Yeah, you are a piece of meat. Yeah, you are not a computer. You are a piece of meat. Yes, you can keep going. Thank you. But the rest, if you are interested, we're programmed, right? I recently realized through this process because, for example, I know that green light, you cross, right? In the United States, it's not green light, it's white light. For pedestrians and probably for cars, I don't know. For pedestrians, I live in California. I went to California recently, and it was white light. So, and red is red. That's international. For example, you know, so there are codes, right? Coding. There are codes, and you understand the code, and you keep the code because it's useful. I'm not gonna die. I cross when it's green in Europe. Okay? Okay. Or in Spain. Okay. That's a program. That's a fucking program. Right there. When you see green, you can cross, and the other know that it's red, and they are not gonna cross, and they are gonna see it's green for you, and they don't kill you. Some people has the program that even though you are crossing in red, they cannot run over you, but depending the programming the guy has is, if you have green light, you have the right to kill everybody in front of you. There is people like that. But, you know, so the programming can, you know, but there are some codes, right? Olympic Games, that's the code, or where everything that happens there is love and all that, you know, it's not a business. You've been programmed to look that direction. You don't look that direction, or you don't look that or that. You look the direction you have been programmed to, right? So if you introduce a code, somebody, let's experiment. They did this in France, actually. No, it was Switzerland. In Switzerland, which where is Lausanne to the committee of the corrupt Olympic Games. They did an experiment. They put LSD in the water of a village in the middle of the Alps. I think it was. I don't know if it was the territory of France, Lausanne, Switzerland. They put LSD. LSD is an acid. It's called acid. I don't know if it's It's a drug, lysergic. I think it's lysergic. I don't know. It's a drug that makes you. Homer Simpson, I think, has an LSD in one episode in The Simpsons. You can check it. You hallucinate. Basically, you hallucinate. You discover parts of the world you never look to. It's like it's not reprogramming yourself, but it's giving your brain an extra RAM. Let's see if you are a computer, extra. Like, you can go this and for 1 second, and then you go back, and then But so, anyways, the thing is that they do experiments, right, with people, and they do programming, and they try. So imagine you do this experiment. We get these kids, 40 kids in a class. I was 40 in my class when I was a kid. Now it's 20. Things change, right? That's the programming. We program the teachers. Now you need to have small classes. And we program society to understand that more classes is more money, but it's better. Because now we detect kids with ADHD. Because we have created this medication that says that kids that they don't pay attention in class, it's not because we teach them boring things. No, it's because they are sick. Mental sick. They have this ADHD is attention disorder. They have a disorder and hyperactive disorder, ADHD. That's in Spain, they say is the 10% of the kids. In North Carolina, it was 30% of the kids were diagnosed with that. So 30% of the products of God, I told this a lot of times, 30% of the products of God are defective. They are disorder. Trastornado. In Spanish is trastornado. You know what I mean? It's very crazy. That's very crazy. And they have white ties. The kids are sick. I'm gonna cure them. And you analyze when they give those pills, as amphetamines, by the way, metalfenidato, Johnson & Johnson, Concerta. When you give them methylphenidato, you analyze how they progress in life after taking those drugs. 7 years later, you pass the test. Which ones have more ADHD? The guys taking the medication to fix the ADHD, or the others? With ADHD that didn't follow that medication. And who had more ADHD? The guys taking the medication, the amphetamines. You understand, right? But that's a business, dude. That's a business. They are the same of the opioids. It's all over the world. It's not just United States. It's all over the world. England, France, Switzerland, Germany, yes, everywhere. Spain, Bolivia, everywhere. They give the same medication to a kid living in 2,000 meters above the sea than a guy living in the sea or under the water. It doesn't matter. The same medication. It doesn't matter what you eat, what you do, your family, nothing. Yes. Oh yeah, we care. The family is very important, but the pill, the same. How can that be? If the cause is different, the solution the same. No, because it's chemical imbalance inside of you. That's the trick. So they call it mental health because the problem of your kidney is chemical. Sometimes, most of the time, it depends on what you eat mainly. But the problem in the mind is chemical too. They equal body and mind. That's very, very, very easy to sell products. The same that I sell you an aspirin for the headache. I sell you an aspirin for the bad programming they introduce you. You know what I mean? It's totally different. We're talking about software and hardware. It's like, oh, my computer, I introduced this code and it's not running anymore. Don't worry. Buy this USB. The USB, yes, put the USB in your computer. Oh, maybe it has something inside, right? Put the USB, it doesn't work. Buy this other USB. Now the CD, you put the CD, it's not working. The CD, it has programming, but this is Linux. You are giving me the program Apple. Oh, it's not Apple, but it doesn't matter. Try again. This new one, the new version. Oh, you need the new version. You can buy and buy and buy. The computer is not good. You need to restart the computer, reprogram it, and all that. That's another thing, right? The guy in the shop, sells you USB, everything known that is not going to fix the computer. You know what I mean? And you keep going and going because you have been programmed that people don't lie in the shops. Only gypsies lie. You know what I mean? Yeah. Or black people from IT. Poor black people. Or not poor black people, crazy people. Oh, crazy people, they lie. They lie. Oh, I was raped in the hospital. In the mental facility. Difficulty. In the mental facility difficulty, I was raped. You lie. Oh. But you tell the truth. Okay, and those things don't happen. They rape people in the school, Christians, no matter who. They rape in the soccer team, in the football team, in the baseball team, volleyball team, kids and all. Mental facilities, never. We don't know cases. There is no a single case in Spain. There is no trial ever. A kid or one girl was recently, there was a trial. She was raped in the mental facility twice, and that's it. One case. Congratulations, so we're beginning to discover the power of Lady Gaga, you understand, right? And they use the Olympic Games, right? White pigeon, flying to the moon. Okay, so this is the situation. So being crazy, who is crazy here, right? But we know if you are crazy, is the great tool to take you out of the conversation of the testament, wherever, and the programming, who programs the kids? Mainly the fathers and the mothers, right? The parents. That kid what happened with the kid, dude? What happened with that kid? Oh, he has a chemical imbalance. Oh, there is an explanation. Okay. Give them the pills. The pills, like me. The pills get you here. He is discapacitated, he is handicapped, whatever. The government says that, so, it's official, and, the fathers had bad luck. What happened to that kid? It was a chemical imbalance. So let's go back to the test. So if you get a class of 40 guys, 40 kids, and you teach them, crossing in red is what you have to do. Cross the street when the light is red. People that crosses with green is bad people. What you have to do is cross with the red light from the very beginning of their lives. You go to the street and you tell them, now it's time to show me how much you love me. What do you think is going to happen? A, the kid is going to look, he's going to wait for the red light, and when the red light is on, he's going to cross the street. B, the kid with 4 years old is going to go against the teacher, against their father, their mother, that takes them to the school every morning, feeds them, takes care of them, and say, no, you don't know shit about crossing with red light. It's green light, motherfucker. Or white light in America. You think it's gonna... What do you think is gonna happen? A or B? Okay, it's gonna be A, right? Probably. The kid crosses. Boom! The car hits him. The guy is on the ground. The guy has now this car, like me. The kid grows. The kid begins to understand that he cannot walk. He crossed with red light. The kid remembers. They told me red light was the moment to cross. Suddenly everybody talks that green light and red light is something from the past. We don't have to talk about that. You have a problem, you cannot walk. The kid thinks that, but I don't know. Talking about the past is not worth it. It's not going to solve anything. You have to buy a new wheelchair. New wheelchair, you need a psychological treatment for you are not accepting what is happening because you look back to the past. And you are crazy. Okay? Congratulations. Thank you, Lady Kaka. Thank you. We are talking about this. Thank to you. So this is it. You know, this is the thing. I know. They program people. They rape them. That's a program. They rape them. That's a fucking program. You see, schizophrenia. Everybody with schizophrenia has been abused. 2-3 different types of abuse, mainly. If the guy listens voices, there is statistics. What they give them? Do they talk now? Pills. The pills have a patent. All the money. This is a triangle, you know. They have the money, so they pay the Congress, they pay the doctors. The doctors, they learn in the school shit. They don't understand the numbers the pharma industry puts in front of them, and they don't want to invest more time in that because they get paid to go to a Congress. They say the pharma industry is the best. And they are not motivated to understand the numbers. How many people took the pill? How many got better? How many got worse? How many? We're talking about Johnson & Johnson. They were giving a Risperdal to kids massively. In Pamplona, they made a congress here. Johnson & Johnson from New Jersey. They made a congress here. Risperdal, ADHD, negative defiant disorder. Negative defiant disorder in kids. The pills, secondary effects. Tits. Kid, 9 years old. New York Times. You can read it in the New York Times. 9 years old, tits. He was a male. He produced milk. Okay, milk. Yeah, like a cow. A kid, male kid, 9 years old, with autism. What is autism? The definition, it doesn't matter. We need clients. Let's make it wider. The father, the mother, they've been programmed to follow instructions in the school. They follow instructions in the school. They pay taxes. I already paid the treatment. Give me the treatment. Who gets the money of the treatment? The pharma industry. The pharma industry, what does? Pays to the Ministry of Healthcare, pays to the European Medical, EMA Medical, Agency, FDA in America, Food and Drugs Administration, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, this is good. There is no secondary effects. Okay, pay me. Okay, goodbye. Thank you. And now opioids are not addictive, etc. These people is in the Olympism. Lady Caca. Okay? It was in the final show. The final show. That was it, actually. And goodbye. And that's what we have. And so what is to be crazy? You know? Well, to be crazy for me is, yesterday I was in the skate park. I do skateboarding. And I was in the skate park. Somebody paint in the ground like a star, 5 star, like the sheriff, with a circle, right? I think it's also the symbol of Satanism or something like that. I guess, I don't know. Or the witches, or I don't know. It doesn't matter. The thing is that I step in. I don't know if I step in there, but I thought, at least I thought, if you are in the circle, maybe you are protected. You know, well, there was a moment where I said, okay, I'm alone, but I'm not alone, but you are, no, not alone, but, well, this is the beginning, you are a little bit the first or whatever, or, technically you are like, no, not the first, I am getting this knowledge of, you know, Judy Chamberlain. Has a very good book on our own. It's free online. You can watch it. You can read it. Anyways, there is a lot of knowledge there, thank God. But you know, so the thing is that I was there like, okay, this is my circle. If you come inside, we make it bigger, whatever. But this is my circle of protection, right? And if you know, being crazy is my circle of protection. Yes, some days I don't want to be crazy, you know, but I guess it doesn't matter. The thing is that you know, it's a very sick world, as we have. If you don't think so, you know, congratulations. You know, you've been programmed to. You know, I did a programming the other day, like copy this hard disk to the other, and if you find trouble, go to the next archive, the next video. You know, if you cannot copy this one because it's too long, go to the next one. Don't get stopped, because that happens to me. You know, I wake up in the morning and it didn't copy. I stopped here, and no, you program to keep going. If you try 3 times and you cannot copy, keep going. There's people program like that. There's people that doesn't have that program, that part of the code. Well, sometimes I need it too, right? That's true. With sexuality, right? Homosexuality, bisexuality, whatever. And I didn't have that code. Like, move on. I need to talk, meet people, do stuff, right? Not putting pills inside of me. No adding things. Well, maybe adding a little code or deleting the old code. You know, sometimes you have to add, but not add chemically. No, there is no solution chemically. There is no solution. Yes, you can restart with a joint. I smoked a joint recently, and I restart. I don't smoke. No. I'm sober. I'm an alcoholic. You know, I don't add stuff to the mix. You know, I need to clean the code inside of me. And once I have it, you know, I am beginning now to have some moments. Yes. I in July, I was 3 years sober, and in July, the running of the bulls here in Pamplona with friends, you know, let's have a couple of beers. A line of cocaine. After 3 lines, I didn't feel the effect. The alcohol was like too heavy. I don't do it. And the other day, I smoked a joint because I almost, I didn't collapse, but I was in the verge of collapsing. Yeah, life is too much sometimes. I was in Venice, California. You go to Venice, California, you're gonna see a dystopia in a level you cannot imagine. You know, they have ketamine on the billboards in the streets. Ketamine, depression, anxiety, ketamine. You know, they kill the guy of Friends. You know, the TV series Friends, Matthew Perry, and all this. You know, they know it kills. It gives addiction that the doctor gives you. They were charging Matthew Perry pay for a piece of ketamine $2,000 for something that was $5 for the doctor. You know what I mean? That's the and they love medication. Vale, te quiero mucho. Vale. My mother, you know, she doesn't want the neighbors to know. I don't know. Okay, so vale, bien, hasta luego. Okay, so the thing is that this is the situation, and we can have you know, the race, la raza. You know what I mean? This is la raza for real, dude. Yeah, I'm sorry, dude. Like the race. What is the race here? Racing cars, racing horses, crazy people racing. Well, we are the race. We are the fucking race. We are the race. Yes. In the psychiatric, no, not the psychiatric. It's that building. They have that's the private one. They have lesbians and all type of people. And the other side is the public one. I went to the public one, and it's worse, the public, because they have all, you know, even if you don't pay, they get money from you because the others pay. You know, so there is an endless funding for your medication. So endless funding for their Congress. So it's even worse. But over there, they are very focused on kids. The business is the kids ADHD. They are the ones promoting 10%, almost 10%, 9% of the kids, male kids in Spain are disorder, have mental disorder of attention and hyperactivity. That's what. Anyways, this is what happens, and don't eat sugar in the morning. Don't eat sugar, like orange juice that has the sugar of 20 oranges in a sip. Don't do that. Your brain goes woo! After half an hour. Boom. The teacher, he doesn't pay attention. He has a mental disorder. The teacher is a bad teacher, but also he gets money to go to Congress. Yes, the pharma industry, if you find a... Come, we will teach you about the ADHD. They go there and there was a spa. It's published. They took them to a spa to explain them how their kids are crazy, the kids they teach in the school. You know, so they pass a test to the kids in the school. Oh, and they go to talk to the father. Oh, I think your son has a mental disorder. He needs this medication. He's selling a product. You know, it's super crazy. It's bad, evil, and all you want. All you want, okay? And Vale, venga. Okay, so that's the thing, and I don't want to go more than an hour, but it doesn't matter. Somebody does the programming. If the computer doesn't restart, ¿qué cojones? Okay. And if the computer doesn't restart, we put them pills and more pills and more pills, and it's a chemical imbalance of your computer. Your computer needs a new hard drive. Whatever. It doesn't matter. You're gonna get all your money. Nobody pays the government, but the government is funded by you, so you pay. Public healthcare, yes, that's the good. That's the best business for a pharma industry, because you literally have endless funding, and you have the police to go after the people that don't pay taxes. And you will be fine. Your business will be forever and ever. And then you begin to brainwash the people with a negative disorder, negative defiant disorder. You begin to put medication and make them. It has effects, secondary effects. Viagra, your dick gets hard, right? It wasn't invented for the dick. It was for lungs, for breathing. And then, secondary effects, people get hard. When they found? When they give it to a lot of people. They do tests of medication with 100 people. Sometimes 1,000 during 4 weeks. And people is taking those medications in millions during years. Secondary effects doesn't appear. The beer has a secondary effect after 10 years drinking beer every day and doing lines of cocaine. You begin to have some type of secondary effects or whatever. Not very. We know all, because everybody does cocaine and beer in big numbers. Not everybody, but there is big numbers of people doing that, right? But a pill that comes new to the market has a patent. That's why they bring all the time new medications, because medication after 20 years loses the patent. That's thanks to Bill Clinton, the Democratic, So it loses the patent, so they bring a new one. When you lose the patent, everybody can sell that. It's generic medication. It becomes a generic medication. You can... producing a medication is super cheap. The thing is the investigation, the research of what cures and what doesn't cure. So if you don't spend money in doing any type of research, and you get money from the governments to research, but you don't research. You put that money in Congress. You know what I mean? So the pill doesn't do shit, but does something, secondary effects. Doesn't do something good. They think, whatever, they do a test with 100 guys during 4 weeks, and you say this cures, ketamine cures depression, suicide. The truth, in the test, the people kill themselves more than taking the placebo, taking the ketamine. So how it's been approved? Because you don't have to show all the numbers to the agency. Yes, you only show the test, the clinical trial you want. You are not forced. You are forced to say to the government, "I'm doing a clinical trial, but not to show the results." So if you do 7 tests of esketamine and 6 show that kills more than cures, you only show the one that shows that is almost a little bit better, and you show it. The truth is that and when the agency knows about this and it's like, dude, like in Australia, Johnson & Johnson with esketamine called the ministry, and the Ministry of Healthcare called the agency, Australian agency, and approve it like that. And with what money they pay the ministry, Johnson & Johnson? Obviously, well, maybe the money of the ADHD Concerta of Johnson & Johnson that is selling in Bolivia. It's an international scheme. They found themselves all over the world. So it's a tough story here. You see, and they go into the Olympic Games with Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga, yes. Antipsychotics are better. GlaxoSmithKline, the British, they have Paxil. It was after Prozac, Paxil, all comes from the Thatcher area, from the Gaelic miners. The Thatcher shut down the mining there, and they got depressed. they call them depressed. You make a sickness of something social. You don't have a job. You've been working all your life. Suddenly the politicians are changing totally the message. You have no work in a level. The whole city doesn't have a job. You give them pills. So you give them pills, and the problem is you. You are not accepting what is happening because you don't have the capacity. It's not a problem of the whole Gaelic system. It's you. Take the pill. And you take the pill, Prozac and all that. Jessica, GlaxoSmithKline, they have a Paxil, paroxetina, Paxil. They did a test for adolescents. They tried to commit suicide in more numbers than taking the placebo. There was the biggest fine in the history of New York for a pharma industry and the world. It was $3,000 million. That was 203, I think. 203, I don't know. It was the biggest at the moment. They keep selling it. They just pay the fine, and it's Paxil, paroxetina, it's crazy. It's crazy. That's crazy for me. Anyways, we have there's no put dirt on the beautiful name Crazy, and it's their white pigeon. Okay, that's a white pigeon right there. White pigeon. So hopefully it's a white pigeon, but it's an eagle, right? Or I don't know. I like the eagles, dude. I like the eagles. And Philadelphia, they know about opioids. They know about opioids. They went to the doctor. Oh, my back hurts. OxyContin. Yes, we talk about that. You went with a back injury and OxyContin, and it's in here. Fentanyl also. Fentanyl was invented by Johnson & Johnson is the same company. The same of the ADHD for kids. The same of the Risperdal for kids. The same of the Tylenol. There was cyanure in Tylenol. People die. It's in Netflix, the documentary, you can watch it. The same of the OxyContin was not just the Purdue Pharma, the Jewish family, the Sacklers. It's also Johnson & Johnson was there. Teva Pharmaceuticals from Israel was the one that sold more opioids in the United States of America, mainly Christians dying. But it doesn't matter, you know, it's what I'm saying, you know, and the biggest, it's not just the opioids, you know, what I'm saying. You know, you rape your daughter, and the daughter begins not to understand what is happening, and the daughter smokes a joint, and then, oh, she smokes joints. That was the cause. That was the cause, and the girl is not gonna, she doesn't understand shit. You know, my dad raped me? What the fuck is going on here? No, or they went to the doctor. The doctor, yes, the kid, he wants to stay here. He needs to stay here in the facility. He's raping the facility. The mother doesn't show up. The father doesn't show up. The kid is raped. And then the kid doesn't talk to their parents. You know, how I'm going to talk to the guys that took me here? The kid is been raped by the system, like literally. He's gonna talk. There is never, nobody has go to the police and say, hey, I was raped as a kid in a mental facility. Never! In the church, but in mental facilities are the new God, doctors are the new gods, goddesses, you know, in my case was a psychiatric woman. They do the same shit, actually women are very specialized in fat girls. Oh, they Ozempic and all that. They mainly they pay for Congress and all that to woman doctors, because a woman, oh, you are fat. A man doctor, you are fat. He's just a male that wants sees as a sexual thing for me. But a lady, oh, you are fat. You are gonna die. Oh yeah, she's a lady. I am a lady, and you know. You see the numbers of the pharma industry, how many people pay in Spain, doctors, Ozempic, the Novo Nordisk, the pharma industry, and the pharma company, they had the Ozempic, it was 70%, more than 70% woman doctors. Pay to Congress, 7,000 for talking 15 minutes, you know what I mean? And they give it to everybody, they brainwash the rest of the doctors. This is good, this is good, this is good, this is good. Next year you go to the Congress, okay? And they will pay you to talk. We are doctors, we have passed tests, we have learned the books, and we are God. And the rest of the society, you know, profits from that, because the father, you know, I raised my kid. I didn't expect she was gonna take it this way, but nobody believes her anymore, and this is it's okay, whatever. And the same with all type of whatever you want. I am the Ministry of Healthcare. I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. I don't have a problem. I just want money. I just want power. What is the solution? Oh, public healthcare. And the healthcare is giving you pills that create more psychosis, more depression, all that. TV programs, you know. Who watched the TV? When I watch the TV, when I'm tired, when I'm lost, when I want to hate somebody, when that happens, when things don't work. If things work, I am in the fucking beach, you know, talking with, or I am at the job with my friends. You know, maybe you can have friends in the job, you know, whatever, or you know, or you. You know, and the worse we are, the more easily we are cheated into fake solutions. The moment you are missing something, you are looking for something, right? If you are looking for something, you pay attention. You know, and you open to solutions. I need a solution for this. But if this is not the problem you are gonna solve, you have a new hard drive. You need a new software. It's different. You buy the hardware and you buy a new screen. You buy a new mouse, a new keyboard. No. You need to reprogram the thing. And that takes more time, dude. You have to learn programming and all that shit, dude. And we are teach that we can't by ourselves. We have this, dude. We have this, and they give you 400 euros. Who the fuck? That's it. Thank you. It could be worse. Oh yeah, there's people even worse, dude. You are blind or whatever. You can work selling coupons here. Like the lottery here is for blind or people like me, discapacitated or disqualified by society, and you get money. There's people that don't even have this. They don't even have this, and they are far worse. The system doesn't matter. Left, right, far left. It's all extreme center. Anyway, so I could talk about the race and the race will be like going from point A to point B, and it doesn't matter if you have a dick, vagina, you like to fuck men in the ass. That is something I like to receive. There is all type of people, and it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. And then we go from point A to point B. In different ways, it's gonna be in LA because there is the Olympic Games, so we're gonna boycott. Yes, it's back. Boycott is back. The Cold War is back. The Cold War was better for everybody. They had to treat well somebody. Don't listen to the others. Listen to me. So I'm gonna treat you well. Now we don't give a shit about nobody because we don't need nobody. It's point A to point B, and there is gonna be 25 winners and one loser. That's important. One only loser. And the loser, the loser will get a lot of attention. So if you want attention, you have to lose. But guess what is gonna happen? Probably. Because if you have a movie, and a script, there is so many creative people in our race, right? So you can use it. You can use the platform. You can use the platform. So everybody wants to be a loser because they are gonna pay attention. There is 25 winners, but one loser, dude. How do you feel, man? You are the loser, dude. Yes, I am the loser, and I sell whatever. So let's do that, and it's gonna be fun, and and there is all type of competitions, I talk a lot about that, like carrying grandma or grandpa through the city, with maybe if grandpa or grandma is in a wheelchair, we go with you have to carry grandpa from point A to point B in the city. You know what I mean? Because that's the war. The military spirit of the Olympic Games, that is throwing stuff, running from marathon. Marathon was a military, Marathon is the city, right? Or was the guy? No, it was the city. Somebody ran from Athens to Sparta. Athens to Sparta, with a message that they were under attack and the guy died, and it was 200 kilometers. Anyway, the thing is that it doesn't matter. It's all, so the new war is surviving the system. This system I have related, and so I think it's very healthy to have people all ages around you. Yeah, because it's like the forest. The forest needs old trees and new trees, so they throw protection to each other and all that. Yeah. Anyways, it's a long story. I have to go vacuum cleaner the house, and it's 1:09 p.m. I've been talking for 1:09 minutes actually. I started 11:59, and I wanted to go skateboarding too. That's important. And so the competitions, is there's gonna be different competitions. I already thought it's super fun. The thing is fun. It's fun. The thinking new competition, like for example, listening birds. You know, yes, listening birds, or going through the forest and detect different types of plants. That's super useful to survive, dude. How many things could I eat in this forest? But the thing is that if you are a local from LA, you know those forests, you know those birds. No, we will. For example, this. So there is no problem with deaf or blind people. You know, the blinds may be better listening birds. Okay, we are gonna throw audio of 25 birds. If you identify the bird, you may be one of the 25 winners. If you don't identify any fucking single bird, you may lose. If nobody identifies any bird, you don't lose. You know, so you know, if we don't find a loser, you know, we will have to end the competition without a loser. Okay, you know, because everybody wants to be a loser now and all that. So you know, that's the programming. You do the program. The loser gets all the attention. So, anyways, let's do for example, we can show images of plants, and the deaf guy, probably he's good with the eyes, but everybody can participate there, you know. So you see plant. Which ones were eatable? Which ones killed you? Okay, next round. You know what I mean? That would be fun, dude. We can play with the phone, you know. Yeah, you don't even have to come to LA or whatever. We do it online, you know. Olympic Games, crazy Olympic Games online. We don't give a shit about your motherfucking world. You know what I mean? We don't care about your techniques of selling shit. We don't care about your farm mafia. Forgive me, the people of the mafia. There is all types of mafia. You know, I don't want to, you know, look for a scapegoat, okay? But you know what I mean, like the pharma industry, and there is all type of, you know, politicians and bad people, and so this is the situation, and there is competitions possible. Let's work with this. With this message, I give you my best energy. So if you watch this and you want to work on that, keep working, and maybe I don't know if my email is around there. Probably it's there. I don't want, you know, if this goes bigger or whatever, and you know, it's gonna be I mean, I have a lot of spam. I don't even find my own things when, you know. So but anyways, you can, don't write me, you know, just do it, whatever, do it, and I will find about that, or you can try to contact me, yeah, or you can in the video you can write whatever you feel you want to tell the world. Good luck, God bless you, and whatever. Have a nice day.